Welcome to Hippie Trails. So we are actually here, I say we as in you and I, are actually here in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's my favorite city on the planet. I love it here. But this is going to be a little bit different kind of video. I am in Marcia, the Mercedes, my van that I'm camping in. But this is for work. So the one thing is, a lot of times I think people, if they see my van camping in the middle of the week or something, they think I'm out having some big camping experience, but that's not the case. I spend a lot of time living in this van to travel for my career. So I actually am an agency owner for a insurance company, and I have 4 agencies. So I have one here in Knoxville, Tennessee, Kingsport, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, as well as Louisville, Kentucky. So I have to travel to these places, and Knoxville was my first office as an owner, and I lived here for 11 years, and I miss it. I miss it so bad. It hurts me when I come here because I dread going back to Kingsport, and I'm sorry for my Kingsport people. I love you, but I do love Knoxville. But anyway, so I'm actually here for work, and I am in Marcia, the Mercedes, camping out, and so I've got my suit on, and I'm leaving my office now to battle the good old Knoxville traffic, which is something I do not miss. And we're going to head back to the camper, and I'm actually staying at Norris Dam State Park. So for those of you that watch this that live here in Knoxville, do not fuss at me. I did not have worlds of time to get out and visit. A lot of times I get fussed at because I don't reach out to people. But I haven't had time to do any of those things. But anyway, for me, it's great because I get to go back. I get to be in a state park, and I'm surrounded by the trees and the beauty of it, and I just love it. So staying in a hotel for me is depressing. I do not like it, and I try to avoid that as much as I possibly can. So we're heading on the road. We're going to drive to Norris Dam State Park, and we're going to get these clothes off. I'm going to change some clothes, and I'm actually going to give you a tour of Marcia on the inside because I haven't done that yet. You've seen her, but you've not really seen her, and I want to do that today. So I'm going to do that, and then later on I'm going to be cooking outside if the rain holds off, and I'll show you that as well, and you'll see the other reason why I like staying in the van rather than here. So hey, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and head back to the campground, and I'll see you here in just about 30 minutes. All right, bye.
Beans telling things are well. What facts belong, it's hard to say. Your pattern is so hard to tell, but we're together, that's our game. Round and round and round we go. The dance ain't over, I'm sure we're still the same. Love the ways you make us whole. Would you say if things ain't right? Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me, can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on? Down the bottom in the hole, there's no sane ways, there's no explanations. I've got things I tend to moan. In these times, just please be patient. Be my shore, you be my home. Drag us out and build us up again. Put things right, let me go. No way of knowing if there's still time. Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me, can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on?
Norris Dam State Park sits on more than 4,000 acres located on the Norris Reservoir with more than 800 miles of shoreline. It has boating, skiing, and fishing, so you got to check out that marina. The park also has 10 deluxe cabins built by the CCC and 2 different campgrounds, one on the east side and one on the west. The west side is where I'm staying, and it's my personal favorite. Okay, welcome back to Hippie Trails. Here we are in Marsha the Mercedes. You know I love it, and I have my PJs on. There's no shame in my game. After wearing suits and all the dress clothes, I just cannot wait to get back and get my pajamas on. So don't judge me for it. I don't really care. Here we go. So up front here in Marsha, you're going to see we have 2 of these very nice leather chairs. One of them's turned around facing towards the cabin, and that's because, and I normally would turn both of these around. Shelly's not with me today, so I didn't feel the need to do that, so I just turned the one around. And I love being able to do that because what it does is allow me to kick my feet up here and watch TV here. So I really, really love that. Now the other cool thing about in here is this is kind of like the main board. Okay, so I can just hit up, all the lights are out. Okay, and this is probably my favorite thing to do, especially in the evening time. I can hit just the LEDs for the cabinet, which I really like. You can turn the rear mood on, whatever you want to do, so you can actually run that from there. The other thing about this is up here is a board that shows like battery life and things like that, but it's how you turn your heat on. It's got great propane heat in the wintertime. And your hot water heater, you can turn that on from up here and again kind of see where your battery life is at. Okay, it also has a quick disconnect switch, which I learned the hard way. That needs to be turned off every single time that you park, and that keeps your battery from running down. So, but that's very nice. So now we can kind of go back into the back of the camper. So here's my little small fridge. It works out great. It fits everything that I need in it. We have up here a stove top, which is also great. I've used it quite a bit to cook and things like that. I got my kettle for my coffee in the morning. This is an induction, and I really like that about it because the air conditioner went off. You can probably hear me better now. But it's really nice because you can touch it even with it on, and it's not hot. So that's great. I actually, and the cabinets, man, I wanted to show you these. This is just cabinets with snacks and coffee and different things like that. But the cabinets are so very nice. Like, they're not cheaply made, and they have, the slow closing on it, and I just love that. And it holds quite a bit of stuff, so I just love that about it. Put an ice maker in here. I do like to have ice on hand, and so we just bought that, and sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. And then we come on over and we have our nice sink area, which is great. And then we have our bedroom. And you can kind of see here, or maybe you can. You can kind of see here we have this all put together. But here's what's so cool about this back here. You don't have to put it all together. You can actually divide this up, put these cushions up, and make 2 twin-size beds out of this, which is what Shelly and I did in the beginning. And then we decided, let's get more room. So we put it all together, but you can kind of see we each bought these very, very nice fold-up, just like cushiony pads here to put under us. And so I sleep amazing in this van. I always do. So it's so comfortable, plenty of space for us. We do have another TV right here. And the other cool thing, if you can see, there's a black box probably right there. I can run the lights from there. So if I go to bed and let's say I forgot to turn a light off, I can literally do it straight from the bed, and I love that about it. Great cabinet space back here for clothes. We got kind of a closet area right here that you can hang some clothes from, and I just love it. Another really nifty thing about this, there's a button, okay, right up here, and I can push that, And let me just go ahead and do it. And it will raise that up. I'm not gonna do it all the way because I don't, but it'll raise the back of that up. And so ultimately you can take and put your cushions and all this bedding away, and you can put the table back here and make this into a nice couch. I don't do that. I think I've done it one time just because maybe the weather was bad and you don't want to just sit up there, so we did. But normally we just keep the bed made, but you don't have to. You can tear this out. It's not hard at all to do, and raise that back all the way up, or you can just raise it up some while you're laying in bed to just, you know, just to raise you up some so you can watch TV or whatever you want to do. So sorry about that, covering that up. But yeah, that's kind of her in a nutshell. You know, I don't think I showed you the restroom. This is a 24-foot, and I wanted it to be larger because a bathroom is important to me. I like having a bathroom. So you've got the shower, okay? You can just take that faucet off and hang it up here and do your shower. And you can sit on the toilet while you shower if you feel the need. I mean, how much better does it get than that? Also, one thing, I love these towels. I'm not sure. I have different brands of them. Let's see if this one says. Yeah, this is the Nomadics towel. We love these in the camper because they dry really quickly. They're not bulky like your regular cotton towels are, okay? They're not cheap, but at the same time, I mean, we've probably got, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 of these things. And we keep them all the time in here because they dry so quickly. And it's just a great space saver for when you're in here. So, yeah, so Marcia is, you know, I've told you this before. She's a 2018 Coachman Galleria. She has the Mercedes motor in it, and she is a diesel. So she's a hoss. She pulled the Gladiator here. I won't say it didn't scare me in the beginning. The Gladiator is very different than a Jeep Wrangler, and that's what I was used to towing. So it was a little scary. But once I got the hang of it, then I had it. And so I didn't have any issues. And yeah, so that's just, I wanted you to see inside and just kind of get a little bit of glimpse of what I'm living in. And you can kind of see why I like to do it, or at least I hope you do. I mean, I've got my TV, it's my stuff, it's clean. It has everything that I absolutely need. I could literally live in this thing. I'm not, I used to find myself getting into materialistic things, and I'm just not that way anymore. I've decided that, you know, enjoying life and doing things are much more important. And so, yeah, I could totally live here. I don't think Shelly could. And we definitely couldn't with 4 dogs. That is one other issue. But, yeah, so I wanted you to see it. I'll quit rambling. I am going to cook some dinner here in a little while. And I'm going to I've got this new video camera thing here to put my phone in. I'm going to start using my phone a little bit more. I'm not doing away with GoPro, though, because the footage is amazing on the GoPro. But I'm going to start using this. And the reason I liked it so much is it'll kind of follow me around, and I'm not having to, you know, hold it and do all this stuff. So, yeah. So I'll get that baby out here, and we'll try it tonight and see if I can do it. And we'll do some cooking, and I'll show you what I'm eating. Thank you so much. I'll be back shortly, okay? Peace. This is cooking up very nicely. Cook this up and then throw this chicken in. The chicken will probably take a little bit. Again, it's so much chicken, I'm not going to cook it all. Matter of fact, I may go ahead and take these veggies out. When you've traveled as much as I have for work, it's exhausting eating out all the time. It's also why I gained lots of weight over the years of working here, just because you just constantly are grabbing something and going, and I just get tired of it. So that is another really great advantage. Put that over top of that too, being in your own setup. And the food is better. It smells amazing. This is a teriyaki marinade, so Like I said, there's no way I can fix all this chicken. That's a lot. Even now, that's a lot. But we'll let that cook. That one's going to take a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and probably stop the camera here and let that get going, okay? We'll be back, though. We'll be back. As always, I would like to thank you so very much for following along on this video. If you happen to like it, we would really appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to our channel. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much, and peace.